Let's look at some names. Why don't we? Okay. Um, Demetria Gines. Do you know who she is? Of course you do. Her name's Demi Moore. How about Katie Hudson? You know her? No. Her name is Katy Perry. Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hira. Know who she is? Meg Ryan. Let's skip that one. Joaquin Phoenix. You know him. Well, his real name is Joaquin Raphael Bottom. Yes, Bottom. You can imagine why he changed his name to Phoenix, can't you? How about Gary Edward Keeler? Garrison Keeler. Though, I gotta tell you, Gary isn't bad. Garrison does sound a little bit more uh, uh, fancy, I guess. Um, Krishna Pandit Bunji. You know who he is? Ben Kingsley. So why am I doing this? Why am I telling you these names of people that you probably know? You probably even can conjure up the image in your mind of what they look like. I know I can. Um, because we all do this without batting an eye. These people have names they were born with. Some of them have legally changed their names to something, and some just use it as a stage name, which is perfectly legal, as you point out. You can use any name you want to without having to have it legally changed, so long as you're not trying to avoid legal consequences. So if you're trying to evade child support, that's not legal. If you're trying to avoid being arrested, that's not legal. But my name's James. If I decided to start telling people my name was Bob, that's perfectly legal. I have no warrants out for my arrest. Nobody wants me to sue me, so bingo. I can call myself Bob if I want. I don't want to call myself Bob. I prefer James. Though I imagine my friend Amy is right now in the comments calling me Bob. Um, but again, we do this as a courtesy to these people. We don't call Katy Perry Katie Hudson. Now, somebody might bring it up in an interview and say, what was your choice? How did you decide to go from Hudson to Perry? That's a very neutral question. It could be an interesting story behind it. Okay? But you don't accuse the person. Why did you change your name? No, you don't. Why? Because it's just part of life. It just is. My sister changed her name from one to another. Okay? Nobody batted an eye. We all switched. It's been so long, I think of my sister in her new name, even though I was raised with her with a different name. So when somebody asks you to start calling them by a different name and asks you not to call them by their old name, even if they use a phrase that you find a little unusual, maybe even a little dramatic, they say dead name, just do it. Just, just give them that courtesy. Just like you do to Ben Kingsley or Katy Perry. Just don't call Joaquin Phoenix Bottom, though I don't kink shame. Um, so be kind. Call people what they want to be called. I have a coworker of mine. Her her grandson is a trans boy, almost an adult now, and had to jump through a number of hoops to get his name legally changed. In fact, the impediment to the actual name change was his father, unfortunately, who is not part of his life under normal circumstances, and in fact has been pretty much a deadbeat dad for most of his life. And he's very upset about the fact that his son is a trans boy. And they went to court, and the judge said, you know something? I've listened to this situation here, and I've decided that he should be able to call himself what he wants to. Boom. That's your name now. Done and dusted. Father's still not happy. In fact, he frequently posts transphobic things on his Facebook page. Um, and his grandmother's gone to the effort of making sure that her grandson does not see anything that her, as his mother has done. Make sure she doesn't see anything that his father is posting, because it would be hurtful. It would be damaging to him. That one of the people in his life who he has striven to have a relationship with has decided that, you are not worthy of my respect. That's what we're talking about here, folks. Respect. If you can respect Ben Kingsley and Katy Perry, you can respect your neighbor, your coworker, your sibling, your parent. You could just can. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost you anything. It is just a sign that you're a decent person.